And they're off. Looks like we're getting a little, having some issues with CakeSauc's stream, it looks like, but, okay, now it's going. Looks like CakeSauc is choosing to go 2 first as Kingdahl goes 3 first. CakeSauc's PB is a 3 first run. 3 first is faster but riskier. I think at least in some of the earlier rounds, CakeSauc choosing to go to take the 2 first route for more safety and consistency. Kingdahl jumping into the 3 first route. We'll see how that plays out. The big risk in going 3 first for Kingdahl is there's some difficult rooms early in the race and some things that can go wrong with resources that can require rerouting. So we'll see how they handle it. He handles it as they go along. See CakeSauc getting a bomb drop in that first Gorilla room in level 2 as Kingdahl makes his way towards the raft in level 3. Someone asking in chat, Kingdahl's timer starts after he leaves the sword room. Looks like he stopped his timer, but the timers in this tournament, what matters is the time they, under the rules, what matters is the time they type .done in the SRL chat. We're going by official SRL time, which so the timers on the screen are just for reference. We do have these timed using speedruns live. See CakeSauc grabbing the level 2 Triforce as Kingdahl heads into the Manhandla fight. Manhandla, point of RNG in the run. We'll see how he treats Kingdahl here. Ooh, Kingdahl takes 3 bombs to take out Manhandla. He does take him out deathless, but he only has 1 bomb. Kingdahl will need to he'll need to either force bombs on the way through level 4 or get some on the way in, because it does take more than 1 bomb to get through level 4, at least on the quickest path. See CakeSauc grabbing the rock heart. That will take him to 5 heart containers. 5 heart containers enough to grab the white sword. The white sword does 2 hit points of damage as opposed to the 1 hit point that the wood sword that you saw them both grab at the beginning of the run do. On Kingdahl's route, he will never get that sword. He will eventually get the magical sword eventually, but skip the intermediate sword. So for the middle of this run, CakeSauc's a little more firepower. You see Kingdahl heading into level 4, and he did get a bomb drop on his way, so he's in good shape now. Kingdahl doing a block clip in the dark. You can't see it, but that room has some obstructions in the way that he clipped past, and all the clips you see, like you can see the screen scroll that CakeSauc is setting up right now. They work by getting a certain number of pixels from a barrier and jumping over them, either with a 1-frame tap or a buffered tap with the sword that gives you a window wider than 1 frame, jumps over a pixel, tricks the game into thinking you can jump over the barrier and either jump to the other side of the screen or past a pixel. CakeSauc entering and exiting and re-entering level 1. As he enters, that opens a key door. As Kingdahl clearing out the breakfast room, as we call it, because it's filled with pancakes and jelly, so as we like to call the likes and zols that he's killing off now. Often see bomb forces going on in this room in a PB attempt, but Kingdahl playing it safe and sorting down the room. He has 3 bombs, which is enough to bomb open the walls, and if he plays it right, force some more bombs on his way out of the level. See CakeSauc3 block clipping into that diamond staircase and heading down to get the bow as Kingdahl is setting up the ladder clip. As Kingdahl, you can't see it, but there's 2 squares of water. You're not intended to be able to cross those, but the ladder clip works the same as the screen scroll and block typing glitches, and he's able to jump over 2 pixels there and save a couple of rooms. And as he goes up and grabs that, what we call the error key, because error 72 added it to the route, he's building up his count. Although he didn't, rather than try to force a bomb off the Zols, as you usually see in this, or force a bomb off the buyers, as you usually see in that room, he's playing it safe because he's down to 1 bomb, so he's holding on to it as he heads into this Gliok fight. Gliok, a really dangerous part, particularly on a 3-first route. He with the wood sword, he takes, I believe, 16 total hits, and with only 4 hearts, it's really tough. Kingdahl down to half a heart by the end of the fight, but he gets through it, and so he's through the scary part of the beginning of the 3-first route as CakeSauc3 finishes off level 1 and will be heading toward level 3. Our runners like ships passing in the night as CakeSauc3 heads into level 3, and Kingdahl heads towards level 1. You can see Kingdahl looks like he's farming some rupees. In order to go to the true world record route, he'll need 30 rupees by the end of level 1. There's another route if he doesn't get to that point, but it's possible to force rupees and bombs. If you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, you will get a 5 rupee if you you'll get a bomb if you bomb the 10th enemy, and you'll get a 5 rupee if you kill the last enemy with a sword or anything else. So right now but he's out of bombs now and a little low on rupees. So if he doesn't, he just used his last bomb on that wall. There's another route he can go to if he doesn't have a bomb by the end of this level. So we'll see. We'll see how Kingdahl manages his resources at this critical point of the 3-first route, where things can often diverge. CakeSauc3, meanwhile, grabbing the raft in level 3. Kingdahl did get a bomb drop in that Guria room. Guria's in the random bomb dropping group, so the random drops are they are controlled by the number of the order you kill enemies in, but it's a little bit complicated, and I won't get into it in detail right now. But that bomb drop was helpful for Kingdahl. Let's see if he gets. Let's see how he does on rupees on the way out too. CakeSauc3 now heading into the Manhandla fight. Little more margin for error on the 2-first route with Manhandla, but still an annoying enemy. See him taking some damage as CakeSauc3 runs out of bombs on Manhandla, leaves the room. He'll have to go find more bombs somewhere else. There are some other places in the level he can go grab those. He kills a few Dark Nuts. Those Dark Nuts can drop random bombs, but in this case they did not. He will most likely be see where CakeSauc3 finds his bombs. Kingdahl CakeSauc3 gets the static bomb drop from the 3 Dark Nut room. Looks like he's also going to go up to this Keith's Shoot room, which also has a static bomb drop. So he'll go in with 8 bombs for a second shot at Manhandla. Kingdahl, meanwhile, he is chasing rupees. So it looks like he is at least still holding out hope for the 30-30 route, which requires 30 rupees farmed. And he does have it, so that is presumably the route he'll stick to. Now his only issue is bombs, but I think he'll be able to force them as he heads into level 5, which is next, assuming that's the route he's doing. CakeSauc3 going in for another round with Manhandla. This time he gets him. So Kingdahl will bomb open this cave and get 30 rupees. 30 plus the 30 he farmed will add up to 60, which he'll use to buy the blue candle before he heads into level 5. CakeSauc3, meanwhile, heading into level 4. Now, Kingdahl, with one bomb, he's a somewhat critical point. He'll want to build up a count as he heads into level 5. The ideal strat is to force a bomb in the middle of the fight with the room full of blue dark nuts that you'll see in a few rooms. But this part of the run gets a little dangerous, particularly on the 3 first route. Ooh, he took a bop in Fort Gibdo from those mummies or Gibdos, so he does not have a count built now. Looks like he's at 2. Oh, and the random bomb drop helps a lot, though. In addition to that, that static bomb that the Gibdo is carrying, so he does have 7 bombs as he heads into the recorder room, the room of requirement, or the Olive Garden, as we call it, because he's there for the breadstick, aka the recorder. Kingdahl going into the penalty box. This because he took that bob in Fort Gibdo, killing these keys will allow him to build up a count, so he can force a bomb as he heads in to fight these dark nuts. Meanwhile, CakeSauc3 is also building up a count on those gels as he does that ladder clip and heads up to the Diamond Rupee room. So both our runners hoping to see a forced bomb shortly. Kingdahl gets his forced bomb from those dark nuts. Those blue dark nuts do not drop random bombs. They only drop bombs if you have built up a count and force them, as Kingdahl did. Down to 1.5 heart. These dark nuts do 2 hearts of damage in green tunic, so he can't get up close and personal with them. Kingdahl succeeds in clearing out the recorder room as CakeSauc3 clears out Gliok. Gliok, an easier fight with White Sword and as many heart containers as you have on the 2 first routes. So and it looks like CakeSauc3 is leaving level 4 with 8 bombs. He's in pretty good shape. So you'll see. So as Kingdahl finishes up the back half of level 5, you'll see CakeSauc3 is going to head into the World Wrap. The World Wrap, a screen scroll into a ladder clip that will take him from the left side of the map all the way to the right side of the map. Kingdahl with 1.5 hearts of health as he heads towards the Dig Dogger fight and 2 bombs. We'll see if he chooses to double bomb Dig Dogger or preserve those bombs. On his route, he has some choices. There are some trade-offs. For a while, the world record holder in this game was intentionally running out of bombs on Dig Dogger. He decided that strat isn't worth the trade-off. It saves a menu, but it doesn't. But it relies on RNG a little bit later, so we'll see how Kingdahl plays it. Kingdahl lays down a bomb, whistles to make Dig Dogger vulnerable to the bomb. Menus again, looks like he's going the double bomb route. So Kingdahl is going to level 2 next on his route. it is very easy to get bombs out of level 2, so it's fine being at 0 bombs. That's the nice thing about a 5 before 2 route, as he's doing. CakeSauc3, meanwhile, as he grabs the Northeast 100, he will head into level 5 himself. CakeSauc3, you might know, is not buying the blue candle. CakeSauc3 likely on a red candle route, so he will get that red candle out of level 7. You need the candle is required at least to open level 8, sometimes to get some other stuff along the route too. And but on Kingdahl's blue candle route, he's getting 100 secret with the candle right now, and then he will do the world wrap himself before heading to level 2. Notice CakeSauc3 leaving that Gibdo bomb behind because level 7 comes after level 5 on CakeSauc3's route. It's more important for him to leave level 5 with bombs. Question in chat. Yeah, that's correct. CakeSauc3 is doing it looks like a 2 first red candle route. CakeSauc3's PB is on 3 first, but he's going the safer route, at least in this round of the tournament. CakeSauc3 clearing out that Dark Nut room pretty fast. He got a force bomb and used his white sword to speed up the fight, and he has his recorder. These routes will converge in level 7, which is coming up in not too long. As Kingdahl grabs that Armos 30, he has 146 rupees. You can see the Northeast 100 secret that CakeSauc3 brought him to 154 rupees, both in good shape for shopping. There are 140 rupees worth of items necessary to buy before they finish this run. You will see them do that before level 7. And you see CakeSauc3 up to 8 bombs as he finishes out level 5, which on his route is right where you want to be. Kingdahl getting a room full of bombs in those Guerilla rooms. Those boomerangs, when they're out, it's a little glitch in the game that's on the run at least is useful in that room. If an item drops from one of those Guerillas and then a boomerang returns to the item, the boomerang resets the item to a bomb, which is great because it's exactly what Kingdahl needs. Kingdahl also taking out this Moldorms with bombs, but he didn't force a bomb, he got rupees instead. But that's fine. There's a static bomb drop in the last room of the level, so unless Troll Dongo is really uncooperative, which he sometimes can be, Kingdahl should be in good shape for bombs. CakeSauc3, meanwhile, leaving level 5 with a full complement of bombs, which is difficult to pull off, actually. It was nice to see. He's, you'll see, and Kingdahl also leaving level 2 with a full complement of bombs. Not quite as difficult, but he succeeded in forcing the bomb on Dodongo, who drops a bomb if you kill him in the correct way. So, CakeSauc3 doing his shopping. Kingdahl will be heading to that same shopping trip shortly. The routes are starting to converge. The one more difference in their route is that CakeSauc3 will need to stop for the red candle in the middle of level 7, and Kingdahl will not. So after the red candle, you will be able to see exactly who is in the lead and by how much. See Kingdahl stepping back to grab a rupee as he heads into level 7. He has a every arrow you fire costs a rupee, so and arrows will help a little bit in a room coming up. You just saw CakeSauc clear it out with the white sword, but Kingdahl still has the wooden sword. An arrow does 2 hit points of damage, just like the white sword. So, and also arrows aren't taken away when you get hit by a bubble, unlike a sword. So you see Kingdahl menuing to arrows now in this river room to speed it up. Each of those blue gorillas takes 5 hit points of damage, so 3 arrows. Clears out the river room quickly. You can see CakeSauc now at the red candle, so CakeSauc just a few rooms ahead of Kingdahl. And you'll notice their spawns are going to be a little bit different in the upcoming rooms. The red candle will make a room coming up a little more difficult. Dizzy Rabbit pointing out in chat, Cake has one more key. Yeah, there is a key in level 3 that is far too slow with wood sword that is very easy to get with white sword. And CakeSauc did get it, and he didn't skip some keys that are optional in other levels. So he does have one more key. He'll be able to skip one at the beginning of level 9. You see, because of the CakeSauc went for the red candle, those bubbles spawned in the top and bottom row of that Wallmaster room. He had to menu to arrows, because if those Wallmasters grab you, they bring you back to the beginning of the level. It's a big time loss. So Kingdahl just a couple rooms behind him, because he didn't have to pick up the red candle. He's on a blue candle route, and you'll notice the bubbles will all spawn in the middle of that reverse C. If the bubbles are not being cooperative, it's possible that sometimes you can get through this room without menuing to arrows, but Kingdahl does, so because a bubble decided to be rude. Where they spawn is controlled, where the enemies spawn is controlled by what route you take to get to a room, but which direction they go once they spawn is far more random. So CakeSauc done with level 7, Kingdahl just a little bit behind him. CakeSauc grabbing the magic sword as Kingdahl finishes level 7 and will head to get the magic sword himself. As CakeSauc enters level 6. One consideration, level 6, it takes 1 bomb to get through level 6 on the most efficient route. If you have 0 bombs, there's a whole extra mini-boss to fight, so CakeSauc coming into level 6 with 4 bombs, Kingdahl with 1. They're both fine. They would both like to see bomb drops in level 6, which are quite likely because there are a lot of bomb dropping enemies they'll encounter. CakeSauc heading into Magical Breakfast Room 1 gets a little bit bubbled, so he opts to throw down one of those bombs he has in his back pocket and to speed up that fight. And the bubbles are being unkind to CakeSauc right now, so he's going to arrow strats to clear out those likes. As Kingdahl enters level 6, just a few rooms behind him. Kingdahl has the 1 bomb he needs to bomb that wall open, which you see CakeSauc bombing open now, and he gets another bomb drop from those red whiz ropes, so both our runners are going to want to see the more bombs the better as they head into level 8. And you can see they are getting those drops. CakeSauc in Magical Breakfast Room 2 as Kingdahl clears out the belfry. It's shaping up to be quite a race. And CakeSauc3 does finish the level with 8 bombs, which is nice to see, as he aims for the Eye of Goma and grabs his 6th Triforce piece. Kingdahl clears out the second, is heading into the second magical breakfast room with full health. Kingdahl being awfully liberal with his bombs. I guess it's better to run out of bombs than die, even though you don't want to do it C either, really. Kingdahl menuing to arrows in Goma's room. He likes to do that so he can see which direction Goma is doing, and I like to do that too, although I think some of the better runners often are on arrows by the time they get there, but there are a couple ways to play that room. Now Kingdahl does, he has only 3 bombs, which is enough for level 8. There are just 2 walls to bomb, but he may have to stop to farm on the way. As you can see, CakeSauc3 already in the second of the 2 blue lagoons, so named because you will see some lag on the screen, especially when they first enter the first one. The magic sword does 4 hit points of damage, same as the bomb, so unlike in level 5, you don't need to rely on bomb strats too much. Level 8, fairly short. It's basically 2 really hard rooms and a boss fight, which you see CakeSauc3 heading into now. Looks like Kingdahl got some bombs on the way in, so Kingdahl did throw out down a bomb to soften up those dark nuts, and he's up to 5 bombs now. As CakeSauc3 leaving level 8 with 6. These blue dark nuts are in the health dropping group, so you can see hearts and fairies. You'll see sometimes they'll get lucky with those, and Kingdahl is having good luck with the hearts and fairy drops, so he is able to leave the second blue lagoon with full health. And he gets a bomb drop on his way out, which is very nice to see heading into level 9. That last room before the staircase actually has a static bomb drop if it's an absolute emergency. CakeSauc3 taking the time to grab a potion before level 9. We'll see if, as Kingdahl finishes off the level 8 boss, we'll see if he grabs a potion or not. Well, some racers choose to watch the restream and some don't, so they may or may not know how close this is. Kingdahl is grabbing the potion, even though playing it safe, not trying to play it risky. As CakeSauc3 heads into level 9. As we mentioned, CakeSauc3 had an extra key on his route, so he skips that first room of combat and just bombs right through the wall. You will see Kingdahl will have to clear out that room because it does take 3 keys to get through level 9. CakeSauce now in the next room as Kingdahl heading in to clear out that double river room for that breakfast key. CakeSauce took quite a bit of damage in the next room. A red Wizrobe beam will do 4 hearts of damage in Green Tunic, and he's down to 3.5 hearts, so he cannot take another red Wizrobe beam. Fortunately, he does have a potion in his back pocket. We'll see when he chooses to use it. Nice block clip by CakeSauce as he gets past Patcher 2 cleanly. Heads into a reverse C. Grabbing the lucky bomb drop as he does. Bombs will help with combat in this room. Those bubbles take your sword away. Those Wizrobes do a lot of damage. And the C pattern makes it hard to navigate. It's a tough room. And not surprisingly, CakeSauce pulls out his potion as he makes his way through it. Question in chat, are players using the emulator allowed to use item switching? No. CakeSauce is on emulator, but you can only use the PRG0 or PRG1 version of the NES Legend of Zelda. Item swapping, which you see in the randomizer, is not allowed. Item swapping meaning pushing the select button to swap items rather than to pause the game, which is what select does in the vanilla game. Kingdahl having a little bit of trouble with that block clip that you saw. CakeSauce did so well. CakeSauce potioning again after emerging from the stairwell. As Kingdahl heads into a reverse C himself, just a few rooms behind. Very nice reverse C clear for Kingdahl as he heads to get his silver arrows. CakeSauce, meanwhile, in the trap room. Gets through with full health. Nice to see. So he will be able to... You may see him taking some intentional damage here. He has his beam sword now, but beam sword doesn't matter for Ganon. So yeah, he intentionally takes that damage boost off that trap. The safest way to do that room, if you have this much health, then you... and the Wizrobes are in that pattern that he got. CakeSauce clearing out Patcher 3 as... Kingdahl getting... taking some damage from Patcher 2, but... Oh! He takes out the potion, and it doesn't hit the B button in time, gets killed by Patcher 2. That's unfortunate to see. So Kingdahl potions as after the death, and will go through the level again. He does not have to go back to reverse C, fortunately. But meanwhile, CakeSauce finishing off Ganon. We have vacant, so get your GGs out in chat for CakeSauce finishing this race with an official SRL time of 34:30. Very nicely done. So a very good time on a 2-first route. See, Kingdahl diverting to this Vire room. He's probably looking for more bombs. But there's a static drop on the wall behind this wall. On the ground behind this wall he just bombed, so he's going to pick that up before he heads in to do level 9 again. Looks like we do have CakeSauce in the commentator's booth with us now. GG, sir.
Hey, thanks.
Notice you chose to do 2 first, and it worked out well for you. You were actually you actually pulled ahead of Kingdahl, even though he was running a 3 first route. You were ahead by the time you guys got to level 7. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. I take it you weren't watching the restream or his stream.
No, I forgot to pull it up before the race.
Oh, you did. I mean, some people prefer not to, but I guess you just didn't.
Yeah, I was just kind of panicking, getting everything set up, but then I was like, oh. I realized that when I went to grab the potion before 9, because my mentality is I should probably check and see where my opponent's at before I grab the potion. But then I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to grab it then.
Yeah, you were ahead, but both of you actually chose to grab the potion, although Kingdahl, unfortunately, was a little too slow on the draw with his potion and took a death, so he's...
oh no, where was it?
At Patrick, where he is right now. He's back to the place where he died, so...
Patrick 2's rough.
Yeah, it was the Patrick 2 skip on the way out went badly for him. He had a little bit of trouble on the way in, too. He ended up leaving the room to respawn it, but...
Gotcha.
But Kingdahl... I think he still has a blue potion in his back pocket because he potioned after the death, so he's and he has a couple bombs to spare as he clears out the trap room.
Guess I'm pulling up the stream now to see if I can give a little commentary here. It might be a little delayed though.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you the restream backend, but it's probably not worth it because he's almost done. He's through the he's just taking that damage boost from that trap on the way in, and he's heading down the staircase to Patrick 3 now.
Okay. As long as he's got a potion, he's probably set.
Yeah, he has 2.5. He has 2.5 hearts and still has a blue potion, which he is pulling out now.
And I'm impressed. So he went 3 first, and he looks like he had a pretty decent run.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. Good resource management. He played it safe along the way. We'll talk to him in a minute. And Kingdahl clearing out Patrick 3 and heading into the Ganon fight himself. Kingdahl switching to bombs for a little bit of bomb swag as he
Oh man.
as he finishes up that run. Get your GGs out in chat for Kingdahl, and knowing Kingdahl's crowd, maybe a few Ghost Swedens as well.
One of these days I need to learn some of the bomb swag strats. The grayscale endings are pretty awesome.
Yeah. I had some issues on Kingdahl's end. He has not hit .on in the SRL chat. Kingdahl very familiar with SRL racing. I'm not sure what's going on his end. I don't know if it might be a technical issue or something, because
yeah, in my run, I felt like everything went pretty smooth except for Manhandla got the better of me there in level 3.
All right, we do have the dot done from Kingdahl, so his official SRL time will be 40:08. We all saw it was in SRL. He says, "It's not like it matters." Well, it does matter for for seeding later on.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. I guess without that death there on the backtrack, that would have been a lot closer.
Not sure if Kingdahl's going to want to join us in the Discord or not. From his comments in the chat, it sounds like he's not super happy with his run, but
guess we both had a tough time.
yeah, I mean, it's a race. You have to play it.
That was definitely a run that I would have reset there in level 3 once I ran out of bombs on Manhandla. And then the overworld was being kind of a jerk to me. I kept getting bopped by Zoras and by just lots of little things. Things kept getting in my way, more so than usual. Messed up a lot of my scrolls.
All right, looks like we do have Kingdahl in the commentator's booth. GG, sir. Can you hear us? Is your mic on?
I did that thing again where I echoed.
Good game.
Yeah.
But I can hear you now.
Yeah. Good game, Kingdahl. Little that that potion in level 9 is just a split second too late on that Patcher 2, but other than that, very safe run at least.
Yeah, don't try that door potion, kids. It doesn't work.
Oh, is that what happened?
I had I had 5.5 hearts to go into Patcher 2B, and I thought, let's see if this works. I put the potion on the on the demand, but it didn't help.
Yeah, he was menued to potion, and in the middle of Patcher 2, as he went in to do the skip, but he took more than one bop and went for the potion. It was just too late. He died hitting the Patcher 2 head in the doorway. So, but other than that, I mean, you were a few rooms behind. I mean, CakeSauc3 had a very nice run. I mean, he was running 2 first and pulled ahead of you even in the front half of the run. So, you were both playing it pretty safe. But up until that problem in level 9, it was very, very nicely played by both players.
I felt I had to play a little safer than the first race where I took 2 deaths at CakeSauc3. So I took it a little bit slower, and I was watching the restream a little bit to see what it was, and I had no chance to win, so I got the potion. I felt.
Yeah, CakeSauc3 wasn't watching the restream, so I wondered if he got the potion because he knew he was ahead, but he said he didn't even think of that he should be watching it until he was making that decision. So yeah.
Did you see how many random bomb drops did I get? Like 7? I got every one, I thought.
Yeah, there was some good bomb luck. So
that's pretty nice.
Let's see, what do we got coming up? So later today we have at what is that? At 2:30 on probably some of these restream channels may change, but at the moment we have at 2:30 Eastern Time we have Canonophone and Captain Green scheduled for a race on JSR2 Gamers channel, and at 4 p.m. we have Bent Glass Tube and Tetra Lee racing on Angry Larry's channel, and a bunch more in the evening on several races tonight on Speed Gaming with Adirondack Rick versus JSR2 Gamers at that's 10 p.m. And then at 11 we have a 4-way with Bionic Link, Mashy, Chest Jerk, and Southern Pretzel. Although that may end up just being Chest Jerk and Southern Pretzel because of, I think, one of those runners had to drop out, but we'll see. But anyway, both on the Speed Gaming channels and on other Twitch channels around the Zelda 1 community, you will see more races coming up today. So keep your eyes peeled because we have more Zelda 1 action coming now. For now, we will say thank you to our runners. Thank you to Speed Gaming. For myself, John Tabin. And we will see you with more Zelda 1 soon. Have a good afternoon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.